Hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your 9-card spiritual reading for September. Right. Let's go ahead and take a look at your overall energy before we pull some tarot cards. That's kind of funny, huh? Before we start, let's start. All right. I see the card of Justice. Now, this could be truths coming to light. Understanding. I feel understanding or fairness. Things that were kind of unclear before are starting to kind of make sense and clear up now. Good turn in legal affairs also. Something similar to and of that nature. The Justice card is also the card of Libra. All right, and the Moon card. This is another card of truths coming to light. In the upright, the Moon is a card of subconscious, the things that we kind of think we know, things that kind of come to us in dreams, but we're not really sure of. We don't have any proof. But in the reverse, it's kind of like light is being shed on that subject or situation, and truths are coming to light. The subconscious is bubbling up to the surface somehow. Bottom of the deck, I see the Ten of Pentacles. I see a very long-standing situation. It could be a marriage of convenience, a marriage of money. It could be something that you worked on for a very long time and is stable. You understand? Really putting its worth in. So now we're going to go ahead and pull the 9-card spread. I want to see your past, present, future. I want to see your conscious and subconscious, the person that you're dealing with, or the situation and challenge, the doorway that they could be opening, or the lesson that they could be trying to teach. How you would have handled it in the past, and how Spirit is advising you to handle in the future. Oh, okay. If you want to be there, then you be there. Current. Okay. Upcoming future. Most possible. You start. You start who dis. Person that you could be dealing with, or situation that Sagittarius is dealing with. Oh, okay. This could be kind of an unstable character. This could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It could be Leo, Aries, Sag. It could be somebody that is kind of unstable, or you view them as unstable, and they really don't know how to move forward from here. The doorways they could be trying to open. Or the lessons they could be trying to teach. You know, when you go back, you make a decision, you go back. You make a decision, but you go back. You make a decision, but you go back. This is kind of the feeling that I'm getting with the Tower in reverse. It's clinging to an old situation that you kind of depended on. You can't tolerate it. You don't like it. It's almost like extortion, some form of the way, you know, where I can't handle this thing, but I can't handle living without the benefits of that thing. So I'm kind of codependent on it. I'm kind of dependent on it in itself. What's my conscience? Sagittarius, what's on their conscious mind in September? Some sort of transformation, but we're keeping our mouth shut about it, aren't we? The Death card, card of Scorpio, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, it's kind of strange that this would come out, but I'm feeling the idea of nothing speaks to me more of actual death than the Knight of Swords in reverse. It's that little death, that spiritual death that we go through when we hold our tongue too much, when we don't speak our peace or forever hold your peace. Do you understand? Let's see what's in that subconscious. Confidence, strength, leading by example, waiting for things to unfold, waiting for events to unfold that you're sure of. You're confident, remember? Very intact and strong. But mentally, you're going through a transformation that you're really not ready to tell anybody about, or you don't want to speak about it, because, it might sound crazy. The person that you're dealing with is a little bit unstable too, and they're not really making any advancements forward, and it seems like this on and off thing, this repeating cycle, this thing, and rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And rinse and repeat. I don't know how long this has been going on, but how's Spirit advising you to handle it in the upcoming? Okay, now we're weighing the balance here. We're weighing things from being unfair to just continuing to enable, right? So we're going to leave that in the sideways, and we're going to pull a clarifier in a little bit, because I'm kind of trying to figure out exactly where this is going. Bottom of the deck, it seems like there has been this gut-wrenching betrayal, this being stabbed in the back. How do they not see? How do they not see me? But you're kind of rising above it. You're kind of, you're just giving that situation 3 sheets to the wind, not really concerned about it, but it confuses you how they don't see you, or how they couldn't have seen you. You're also getting over the betrayal currently. You understand? So not only is the bottom of the deck, we're getting over this. See, we've done our part to make our amends. We've freed ourselves from the situation. Do you understand? Financially, we freed ourselves from that financial burden of that situation, whatever that might be. You understand? No, I wasn't even using your product. Get me off your mailing list. I found something better. Or I found out how to do it without paying you money or giving you anything for it. So in the most recent past, I'm feeling that there was hope in working with this person or this situation, or there was hope and peace and guidance. Like you really felt like you were part of something, and that things that you were saying, people made sense to people. They liked it. They took your advice. They followed you seemed so intuitive, so intelligent, so smart. Somebody that really knows what they're talking about. Subconsciously, you still have that energy going for you, which is really, really good, Sagittarius. But something has happened. Now, be it the wishy-washy instability of the person that you're dealing with, and we're going to pull some cards for them, but some things have come to the light. Maybe they're finally seeing exactly how dependent on you they actually are. They're seeing things for what they actually are. They're not just sweeping you under the rug and dismissing you anymore. But for you, their betrayal was too much. For you, their wishy-washy behavior was too much. You are likening to becoming of the respect that you command. Do you understand? And if I wasn't standing up and respecting myself, then of course the people around me wouldn't respect me either. But I've got to be the first line of defense. If I anticipated, expected, or did not go without punishment, some sort of disrespect, then I was in turn, that person wasn't disrespecting me. I was disrespecting myself, and I was teaching everybody around me how to treat me too, just by that little act that being around that person. Anyway, something has started to change in the month of September. Something does start to change. It starts to transform your way of thinking. But, like I said, you don't necessarily speak on it. Now, what was this heartbreak? What was this heartbreak? The Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Now, this Two of Pentacles is in the upright. But the Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse. Some more instability. So obviously the heartbreak was initially caused by the person that you're dealing with. So we're going to pull a spread for them. Let's see what else we got. What about the Six of Pentacles right here? What's the advice? The Eight of Wands. Baby, this is the card of communicating exactly how to make things fair and how to make things right where they don't seem fair and they don't seem right. Do you understand? I'm not just going to sit here and eat it and take it and eat shit and take it and eat it and take it because I'm teaching other people around me how to treat myself, how to treat me. And I'm conveying or communicating to you through those actions what I'm worth. And baby, I'm worth more than that. It's time for you to say something, Sagittarius. I think that you do it in action a lot more than you do it with actual words. But the Eight of Wands is the card of communicating, be it through action or words. How you would have done it before, how you would have gone about it before is you would have just separated yourself from this person. You would have unbound yourself from the likes of what they're doing. I wouldn't have been caught doing it. I wouldn't have been like that. I am not like that. And I'm just not going to talk to you. I'm going to separate myself. I'm going to distance myself. Right? Well, that wasn't really communicating anything. And in fact, I think that it was just adding burdens to your back. Like it was just growing or snowballing the transgression in which you felt against this person, or what you felt, or this person's idea of their boundaries that they crossed or they couldn't cross with you because, you know, they'd keep coming back. You'd keep taking them back, you know, and the water would rush underneath the bridge and it would never be discussed how they offended you or how they disrespected you or how it was actually their fault and never yours in the first place. At the King of Wands right here. There we go. So your head and your heart is in the same spot because in your solar plexus, in your subconscious, you have that Queen of Wands, you have that confidence, you have that leading by example. You know who you are. You just weren't ever conveying it to this person. In your head, you go ahead and you hold your peace. You can hold your tongue. You can think without spilling the beans or putting it all over the ground or gossiping or gallivanting with your tongue all over the place. You can do that confidently, leading by example. You don't understand how this person keeps showing up in your atmosphere and then treating you the way that they treat you when you would never treat anybody that way and you never spoke an ill word about them. Tell me more about this person. The Magician. Oh, okay. The feeling that I'm getting is that I'm feeling that they're a daydreamer. They talk about it, they talk about it, they talk about it all the time, what they want to do, what they want to be, where they want to go, how much they want to make, how they want to grow, you know? But they never take any action. And even though these things are manifesting in front of them, the opportunities are manifesting in front of them, they never get up and seize the opportunity. Therein, they have to keep, you know, when it crashes and burns, they have to keep falling back on you, right? But for all intents and purposes, when they're dreaming about it, I don't think they have to follow through, though, Sagittarius. Like, honestly. Yeah, there's that Tower in reverse to clarify the Tower in reverse. Well, yay. Well, woohoo. Clinging to old stagnant ideas, refusing to hit rock bottom, refusing to, what do they say about rock bottom? That if you never hit rock bottom, you'll never bounce up. But once you hit rock bottom, that's the foundation in which you grow with confidence and a renewed sense of vigor. A very profound, prolific lifestyle. Yeah. All right. Well, tell me more about this Page of Wands real quick, and then we're going to go into looking at your person. About this Page of Wands and the upcoming future. Most possible future outcome. Can you clarify? Oh, all right. So with the King of Coins there, with the King of Pentacles, I'm feeling the sense of you learning from what they're doing and going where they would have never gone before. You understand? Like you leading and then following through. For some odd reason, I'm getting, because you never really let go of the thing either, that because you still left the light on like Motel 6, or you still left the door open, they kept creeping in. And because that door was always open, they never had to follow through. They never had to surpass the hard parts that every challenge for a great reward is. You know, every great reward has a challenge. That maybe they might have just stopped at the challenge every time. You were an easier route. But this time in your upcoming future, you're just a little bit more stable than that. Right now you're on shaky ground and you're really, really feeling the energetic ties of this person. But there's something transformative about what's going on in your head. Do you understand? With confidence and strength, head over heart, this transformation, and not telling anybody, just doing it. Doing it with confidence, doing it with strength, doing it with dedication, diligence, right? Yeah. And putting your all in it, like really investing in this new journey, in your new self for the follow through, stability, confidence, good foundation. So you're inadvertently, you're going to, there's a possibility where you stop leaving the door open for that person, right? And just for a second, just for a season, because what I see was with you going ahead and going, instead of just sitting at the dock going, okay, I'll be leaving in 2 minutes. I'll be leaving in 2 minutes. I'll be leaving in 2 minutes, waiting for them to come to you or pick up your slack or actually follow through. You keep not leaving. So because your energy is still there, they still feel it. So they fall back on you. This time when you follow through, you're paving a way for this person to follow. Then they actually have to look at the situation and go, oh shit, he really did go. Oh, I better catch up. You know, I'm not saying that 100% of the time this person will follow, but 99% of the time they do follow. They understand the error of their ways, and they go ahead and they hit that rock bottom for the second. But there's something that clicks in them. Well, I've always been able to depend on this person my entire life, right? I can still depend on them, but I have to prove myself because they are commanding respect now. They're commanding respect. The respect that you always knew that you deserved, they're going to see it, and they do see it. I see that Six of Pentacles, but now it's in the upright, right? So there is a healthy balance. There is giving. There is this fluid generosity, but not because I feel compelled to or I just want to, but because it's the tides and you've earned it. Do you understand the difference? Or if you don't deserve it, at least I deserve it. I deserve better than the way you've been treating me. I do. And it's time for you to stand up and say something. Let's get a couple of cards for your person. The person that Sagittarius is dealing with in the month of September, please. 3 cards for their subconscious. The Ace of Pentacles. They're sitting on a gold mine in their head, right? Subconsciously speaking, they have very fantastic ideas. I mean, they're almost practically a genius, for God's sake, when it comes to creating ideas for financial stability or financial ascension, right? The Hermit in reverse. That's in their subconscious also. I have the Four of Swords and the Tower, but every time it seems like they're kind of depressed, right? They're kind of in their heads and they're kind of in their feelings, because it seems like every time they do try to take a step forward, the tower does come crashing down. Now, mind you, that's the same aspect that I told you was the shakeup, right? It was the challenge to every great thing. Every great reward is going to hold some sort of challenge. I don't think they have enough self-confidence, or they might be clinging to some things of not being good enough, because when they meet that challenge, when they're met with that adversity, they immediately back down. They're no alpha. They're no alpha. Because they're letting that challenge get in the way of success. How about that conscious mind? 8 of Swords, yes. All right, and it's starting to be, it's such a repeating process that they've even built themselves this little cage like of boundaries of last time I tried this happened, excuses, fears, doubts, self-doubts, limitations. They've built their own cage for themselves of another card for their conscious mind, please. The person that Sagittarius is dealing with, September. I see the Knight of Cups. And they're kind of wishy-washy about their emotions to you, and I don't know why. Don't necessarily know why, but it could be sprouting from everything that they try was met with adversity and they fail, that it could be bleeding over or leaking over into their relationships, if you understand what I'm saying. So they're kind of insecure or unsure on whether to offer the cup or not, or whether they want to offer the cup and be shot down. So if they're constantly not, or if they're constantly withdrawing that cup or withholding that cup from you, then you chase them. It gives them at least a feeling of self-worth that they're not really cultivating in the rest of their life or in their subconscious. How are they showing face? I do want to see what you said. How are they showing face to my Sagittarius? How's the person that Sagittarius is? Oh, woe is me. Like, kind of like Eeyore. Right? Everything in the world is just, it works out for them effortlessly, and they just can't see it. They can't appreciate it. It's the cloud covers. It's the, and you just really don't even see how lucky you are, do you? They always come across as some sort of victim, or the world is giving them, they're impatient. Impatient also. Like things have to happen yesterday, or things have to happen now. But if you look back at their track record, nothing has happened in so long except the same little rat cage, the same little rat wheel that they spin around day after day after day after day after day, stuck in that same cycle. Well, no wonder why they're feeling the need to advance. Anyway, bottom of the deck, it's the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yes, there's this sense of insecurity. There's this sense of arrogance, overwhelming, and even probably a little bit of infidel or cheater, because I'm wishy-washy. I would just go with the next best thing, or the next best thing, or the next best thing, you know, because nothing really works out for me, so I've got to find somebody that it works out for to cling to, right? And because I never water my grass, because it just doesn't matter. That grass always kind of turns gray or brown. and then I have to go on to the other thing. So whether or not they want it to be with you, I don't think they have enough security or sense of self-love in themselves, and that has to be healed from the inside. So the path that you're on is fantastic for cultivating this person's need to shake up and move, their need to hit rock bottom and say that I'm worth it because I'm not worth that. You understand? Have you suggested counseling or therapy or something similar to that? They might could benefit, although it might fall on deaf ears. I feel like they feel like if sharing the emotion with you is hard enough because it won't be met correctly, I'm pretty sure that they think that therapists are only in it for the money, you know, and that they'll never open up correctly unless they think they're talking to a friend. So, I don't know how to direct you on that right now. I'm only kind of reading for you, but I am picking up these energies. So if something that you're going through or something that you're dealing, I wishes good luck, happiness, and health and healing your way. Definitely, Sagittarius. 3 cards, please. Oh, yeah. I see the Empress, the card of substantial. I'm feeling substantial. I'm feeling generous. I'm feeling fruitful. I'm feeling even pregnant with possibility. I'm seeing the 2 of Coins, prioritizing, really only doing what needs to be done and kind of leaving the rest to kind of fend for itself or kind of figure itself out. I also see the Page of Swords. This is a learning experience. This is something that we're all going to learn from. I do see the Tower here, and I see the Ace of Swords. How are the Ace of Swords is in reverse? Okay, so the Tower here is it's going to be a defeat. It's going to be a kick in the gut. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt like hell. But most codependent relationships, the relationships of codependency, they only end up hurting the people that are involved because you're just prolonging the pain, you're prolonging the anguish before they get up and heal and do it for themselves. So when I have to turn around and I have to tell somebody no, it's usually a very, very painful situation. It's going to hurt me more than it hurts you, and it usually kind of does because they're so numb. They're so numb for having to go through this over and over and over again that they don't really see it or sense it or feel it. But it does shine a light by allowing that Tower to fall, prioritizing and being pregnant with possibility. You understand? This is a learning experience. Bottom of the deck, to not offer anything, right? I'm not offering you a ride. I'm not offering you a seat at my table. I'm not offering you a conversation. That's time, that's energy, that's effort, that's everything that I do not have time for now because I'm focused on healing. I'm focusing on getting better. I'm focusing on not staying stuck here, right, forever. And I hope you come with me, but that's only 99% of you that will. That it'll spark that little fire, that it'll entice that little moth. There is still 1% that will not follow. So be strong. Be strong because it's going to be rough. All right, Sagittarius, that's all I have for you today. Please like, comment, subscribe. Do hit the bell if you want to be informed next time I upload, which should be like mid-month for your freestyle. And until next time, Sagittarius, thanks for hanging out at Jive Tarot.